Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. My name is Mitchell Morgan and today I'm on my third video about the VR ProOptics lenses that I bought recently. I did an unboxing video, I did another video that went through the specifications of the three types of lens that the company has sent to me. And today I'm actually going to be getting into my experiences of using these lenses, whether I think they're worth the money, how they've enhanced or haven't enhanced my gaming experience, etc. So we're starting to get into my opinion of them as a user. Now, before I get into the video, I must go through a very short disclaimer. When I was looking to buy these lenses, I had a question about the differences between the two lower level lenses and the XP Pro, which was quite a bit more expensive. And I spoke to one of the engineers at VR ProOptics, and as a result of that, I decided to buy the XP Pro lens out of my own money that I earned from the channel. But during that conversation, there was a little bit of a discussion about me doing a review video of all three of the types of lens. And VR ProOptics kindly supplied me with the basic clear coat lens that I've been using and the blue coat lens that we're going to look at today free of charge. And for that reason, I'm marking this video as paid promotion. Okay, so getting into these lenses, I've been using the clear coat lens for a week now, Monday through Friday. In fact, I used them on Saturday as well when I was getting my DRA. And I have found these to be phenomenal. And this was just the basic plano lenses, the clear coat lens that I've been using thus far. I've found that the comfort level has gone through the roof. One of the things I used to hate about using the PSVR2 headset with glasses was firstly putting the headset on. I didn't want to scratch the glasses with my scratch the headset lenses with my glasses, even though I had the Specsaver plastic bit in there. I was always a bit concerned because of the hole. Not having to wear glasses, I can fit the headset on a lot easier without worrying about scratching the lenses with my glasses. But also, not only did it feel more comfortable, and the headset seemed to sit on my head better for some strange reason. You wouldn't think so, but when you go into, in particular, the game with Gran Turismo, you get these two little circles that line up your eyes. And I was constantly adjusting the headset and adjusting the little wheel on the headset to get my eyes within the circles. And I found that with the prescription lenses, it all just seemed to work. The headset seemed to sit on my head in the right place. And maybe the eye tracking system in the game, in the PSVR, was able to pick up my eyes a little bit clearer, and therefore it was all a little bit better defined. So from a comfort point of view, out of this world, and I really love that. The other thing, when I'm wearing glasses, one of the things I personally really hate is reflections. I always have anti-reflective coatings on my glasses and the like, and then when that coating wears off, invariably I'll get rid of the glasses and get new ones. It's something I absolutely hate. With these prescription lenses, all of them that VR ProOptics do, they have a Hydro Plus lens coating, which not only is scratch resistant, but it's also anti-reflection. And I did find that I would say probably 90%, if not all of the reflections, disappeared when I was using these lenses. If they didn't completely disappear, I definitely wasn't as aware of the reflections using the prescription lenses as to when I'm wearing my own glasses. Now, depending on the types of glasses you wear, that may well be different for you. You know, maybe my particular glasses were too big or something wasn't, quite right. Yours might be fine. So everything I'm saying in this video is from my perspective only. One of the things that I really liked about the visuals wearing the plano lenses was the fact that I didn't need to move my head as much to look side to side. Wearing my glasses, I tended to find I had to move my head to the left and to the right to get the edges of the screen in focus. Wearing the VR ProOptics lenses in my headset, I found that the focus was crisp to the very edges of the screen, so I could move my eyes more to look at the data at the side of the screen rather than moving my head. Maybe that enhanced the eye tracking system within the PSVR, I don't know. But certainly when I was wearing my glasses, a lot of people that do use the PSVR headsets were saying, don't move your head as much. And I couldn't work out why. Using the prescription lenses, for me, I seem to be moving my head less. And that also means that if I'm moving my head less, I don't run the risk of getting into that dead data area. So when you're playing your game and you get the black window with the green lines across it, I'm getting that a lot less now, which is brilliant. I really, really did like that. So yeah, just better focus to the edges and less of the black was a real good thing for me. The other thing as well is I've used these lenses extensively this week on my live streams, towards the end of the live stream, for probably an hour or so, without any problems whatsoever. My eyes weren't getting tired or anything. I then did a fairly long live stream towards the end of the week. And I will be honest with you, towards the end of that live stream, my eyes were starting to get a bit tired and some of the imagery was going a little bit blurry. And I was more aware that I was trying to move the headset on my face more than when I first started. I'm not saying that that is anything to do with the lenses. I think that was probably me just being fatigued and tired, but not something that I had noticed so much when I was playing in a 2D setup, just wearing my glasses and the television. Don't think I've really done any long-term sessions wearing my glasses to be able to comment on that too much. But I'm looking forward to getting into the VR XP Pro lenses that VR ProOptics do, to see how that will enhance on the longer live streams. The only other thing I will say before I get into using the blue coat lens, which we're going to do in a moment, is I've run the full week with the clear coat lens, as I said. Removing those was dead easy using the little tab that's on the lens, the outside of the lens. It's towards your nose. You just lift that off. And in doing that, I did actually notice that to fit the lens, when I did it originally, I laid the lens flat over the VR lens and just gently pushed down. But I found that if I just hooked the outside, so your nose being the inside and your ears being the outside, if I hook the outside of the lenses on first and then just ease them over very gently, I mean, it's only very subtle, so you sort of lay it on the top and then you do the outside and then the inside. They did fit very, very nicely. They went on very, very snugly. So swapping from the plano to the blue coat was great. No problems whatsoever. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to stop burbling and going on about how wonderful and brilliant these are, because I particularly consider these to be a massive game changer for me, and I'm spending more time in VR than 2D at the moment. I'm going to load up the game Gran Turismo, and I'm going to be running live with the blue coat lenses for the first time, and I'll give you my initial reaction and just talk a little bit more about those whilst we're racing. So I'm going to disappear for a moment. I'll be back in just a minute once I'm all set up. Okay, I'm going to pop into the world circuits, and I've got the blue coat lenses in at the moment, and I'm going to be honest with you, I've been bouncing backwards and forwards for a few minutes with these. I say for a few minutes, for about an hour or so, because the differences between the two is very subtle from a visual point of view, if I'm perfectly honest. And I do find that with the blue coat lenses, the colours feel a little bit more natural to me. So in this one, the dirt areas, the sand areas seem a little bit more, the colour feels more correct. It's difficult to describe, but it seems lighter. It doesn't feel as harsh, the colour. The reds actually look a little bit nicer. All of the colours feel nicer. Everything feels a little bit easier on my eyes, if I'm perfectly honest. So I wouldn't say it's brighter, although it seems to be a little bit brighter. The colours seem to be just a little bit more defined, but not enough to go crazy, oh my gosh, this is amazing compared to the plano. Everything just seems to be just a little bit easier on my eyes, if I'm perfectly honest. I'm struggling to put into words what I'm seeing here. and as I said, I had to bounce backwards and forwards between the two lenses quite a bit, and then spend a little bit more time. So I spend a lot of time using the plano lenses. I've had to spend a lot more time using the blue coat lenses to really be able to give you a hard definition between the two. I'm finding, after using these for an hour or so, that they are easier on my eyes. The blue coat lenses seem to be easier on my eyes. I don't feel any eye fatigue. I didn't feel that the plano lenses particularly made my eyes feel overly tired, as I've been wearing them for a fair amount of time. These just seem to be a little bit easier on my eyes. That's about the only way I can really put it. I feel as if I could probably play the game with these lenses for a lot longer than I could with the plano lenses. Now that's interesting, because it's the XP Pro lenses that are supposed to have the technology that enables you to play for longer, but I don't feel there's quite the harshness that there is in using the plano lenses or even my glasses. Everything just seems a little bit easier on my eyes. I wouldn't like to say it looks more desaturized, but it's almost as if you've taken just a tiny little bit of the saturation out of it. So the sand here looks more sand colored rather than a little bit, I wouldn't say orangey is the wrong word. Yeah, it's just so difficult to put into words, which is a bit ridiculous because that's what I'm supposed to be doing for you guys. But everything just seems to be just that little bit less saturated by cutting out that blue light that's coming through. The blues still look beautiful. The whites, they feel a little bit more white, if that makes any sense. But this is one of those things I think you've got to experience to feel the difference between the two. So I guess the only way I can answer this is, if I was buying these lenses myself, would I go for the plano, or would I find the extra money for the blue light? For the blue coating. I would definitely go with the blue coating. If I could afford it, I would definitely 100% go for the blue coating. It's just easier on my eyes. Everything looks a bit more natural. If I couldn't afford the blue coating, I'd definitely go for the plano, for the reasons I've said earlier about the extra protection of my headset lenses, and also for the better visuals. Just having the focus right the way across the screen, which I've still got with these lenses. I've got all of the benefits of the plano lenses in here. It's purely the blue coat that is making the difference. And because I'm actually feeling a lot more relaxed with these lenses, my eyes don't feel tired whatsoever. I'm wondering what benefit the XP Pro are going to bring over and above these, where the XP Pro have got technologies in there for better reflection management, for better visuals, and to enable me to use them for much longer periods of time. Bearing in mind I've already used the plano for 5-hour stretches, but yeah, these do seem to be somewhat easier on my eyes than the plano. Oh, I'm going around. Again, I'm not necessarily trying to drive and race well. I'm more trying to experience the colours and the gameplay in these lenses. So, to summarise, as soon as I can get back on track, I have got all of the benefits of the plano lenses here. I've got the scratch resistant, I've got the anti-reflection. There's no reflections whatsoever. The only reflections are the reflections within the game itself, where dashboards reflecting in windscreens and things like that, and things reflecting off of doors and things. I've got absolutely no reflections, light reflections, between the headset lenses and the VR ProOptics lenses at all. It's super clear as far as reflections are concerned. There's just nothing there whatsoever. The colours, as I said, are a little bit more natural, I find. They're more pleasing, definitely more pleasing. I'd much rather race in the blue coat lenses than I would in the plano, if I'm perfectly honest. The plano is perfectly good, don't get me wrong. The plano lenses are great, and they will give you a far more enhanced experience than wearing your own glasses, for comfort, for reflections, for just about everything. Plus I'm no longer worried about scratching the headset lenses. But the blue coat just seems to be a subtle step up. Yes, the colours, I think, are a little less saturated. That's probably the best way I can describe this. I watched one of Rory's videos just after he'd gone from his video where he did all of his different consoles, and he had to take the saturation, the clarity out a little bit, and it's not quite as much as that, but it's similar to that. Everything is just a little bit more natural, a little less harsh on my eyes, and I feel as if I could run in these for quite some considerable time. I've been running these for around about an hour now, and they're absolutely fine. My eyes do not feel tired whatsoever. So I'm going to leave that video right there now. I've given you my honest opinion between the plano and the blue coat. I feel that the blue coat is a little easier on my eyes. It feels just a little less saturated, ever so subtly. Not that much, but just enough. The colours are still beautiful in the game, but it just seems to be a little bit easier on my eyes, and I would prefer, I think, to run in the blue coat lens than I would in the plano. But again, I would still take the plano over the blue coat if you can afford the blue coat. That would be my advice. So if you found this video useful, although a little bit inconclusive, I think, I'll let you make your own decision on that one. If you found it useful, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new around here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you want to get my reaction to the XP Pro lens that I'll be doing next, then please hit the bell button for notifications. But as I said, I did have to jump backwards and forwards between the clear coat and the blue coat lenses just to get a better understanding of the subtleness in the image between the two. But I did find the clear coat easier on my eyes, certainly after a little while, if not immediately. Anyway, I'll leave it there, and I'll see you again on another video coming very soon. For now, take care. Bye bye.